You're messing with me. You're messing with me. Hi. I wanted to make a video. I've been wanting to make a video for a while. Well, not this video, because this happened yesterday. So I look like a hot mess right now, and it's okay because I got into a car accident. I'll tell the story of it and all, but I think this video overall is just a tribute to my car, Ernest. His name is Ernest because the first 3 letters on his license plate were ERN, which is the first 3 letters of Ernest. So I saw that and I thought it was cute, and around the time I got the car, we had just read the play, The Importance of Being Earnest. I just thought it was very coincidental that both those were Ernest, so I was like, there's only one name for this car, and it's Ernest. Ernest is most likely dead. We still have to hear back from the insurance adjuster, whoever does that stuff. I don't know. I'm a new adult. I know nothing. But he is most likely going to be totaled. So this is a tribute to my car, Ernest. Which is kind of silly in a way, but Ernest meant a lot to me. I had him for a little over 2 years, so like 2 years and 2 months I had this car. Ernest was a 2007 Volkswagen Beetle. He was yellow, he was a convertible, and just a good first car overall. He had his problems, he had a lot of broken pieces, but we fixed him up, and Ernest was my first car, and it's kind of weird how attached you can get to a car. So just seeing Ernest one last time yesterday, not even knowing that's going to be the last time you see your car, is crazy. So I know, the car accident, how did that go down? So I personally have never been in a car accident before. No one ever plans to be in a car accident. They just kind of happen. I can start out with saying it was not my fault, which is something I'm proud to say because, you know, there's always this whole stigma around teenage drivers and them being responsible. And ironically, I was hit by a teenager. I was stopped at a red light. I just turned out into the road. I was in my lane and I was stopping at the red light. And there was this whole group of cars coming from the past red light that just turned green that were coming up behind us. I looked in my rearview mirror and there was a car coming at me at full speed, about 10, 20 feet away. And I just sat there and I didn't know if my imagination was making this up, making me paranoid because, you know, in the past I've seen cars behind me and I'm like, oh God, please slow down, please slow down, please slow down. I didn't realize. Well, I realized this car was coming really fast at me, but I looked in my rearview mirror and I was like, oh my God, this car's gonna hit me. And like halfway through that thought, I was hit. The accident itself was literally like 0.2 seconds long, and like when it ended, I was sitting in my car and I was like, I just got hit. I didn't know what to do. I heard the noise, I was flung all over the place. So I think the seatbelt, you know, I always wear my seatbelt, and I cannot stress this enough. Please, guys, wear your seatbelts. I was wearing it, and I'm pretty sure because I was in an accident, it flung me backwards, and it caused the whole seat to break and stay in this reclined position. So when the accident ended, I was stuck in this reclined position, and I was like, oh my God. And all I could think of was like, I need to get out of the way. I need to just get out of the car. And I looked and like the casing around my speedometer like broke off. My wallet was thrown onto the dashboard. Like things were just out of place and it was insane. I just remember like getting out of the car and I'm looking and I'm like, it's destroyed. And the person who hit me got out of their car, their front, all destroyed. They had like fluids leaking out of it. The person was like, I think there's smoke coming out. And because they hit me with such a great force, I was actually propelled into the car in front of me. So I ended up having front and back damage to the car. And the car I hit, their exhaust pipe kind of fell off and there was like a little scratch, but the front end of my car was completely squished in. I have never felt so much adrenaline run through my body. Like, it's really true what they say when it's like you get in an accident and all that adrenaline is running through you, you don't notice how hurt you are. because I just remember getting out. I had kind of this scratch thing on my arm. It's really my only injury, my external injury. Everything else is very just internal. I mean, the rest of the story is just the long, boring part where we called the police showed up, and, you know, they had to file a whole incident report. Basically, they said my car was not drivable anymore, which I understood. I mean, I saw that thing and I said, yeah, this car's getting totaled. So it got towed away into the distance. I did end up going to the doctor yesterday around like 7 o'clock at night. At night? It's 7 o'clock the afternoon or the night? I don't really know. And I got checked out. I had to get some x-rays and a CAT scan, which never gotten a CAT scan before, and that machine is scary. Like, I like walk into the room and it's that big circular one I see in the movies all the time, and I'm like, they're gonna do a scan on my brain to make sure it's all okay, which everything is. I'm all normal. I'm all good. This is to you, Ernest. Thank you for being the best first car ever. That's like such a weird thing to like make a video about, but I legit like almost cried over this car. So I decided I'd make a little tribute. So this is to you, Ernest. My bug. Oh, it looks so bad from the back. Oh, my Ernest. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ernest. I'm so sorry.